Slick, the Knicks had a phenomenal season. Many would suggest they even overachieved, especially considering Brunson got hurt, I think it was in March, playing the Lakers out here at Crypto, turned an ankle, ended up missing, I think, 3-4 weeks of play. Still, the Knicks were able to sustain. They got to the playoffs. They got all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. But once again, you fell short. It's not about who's the best loser. It's about who wins it all. Slick, can the Knicks win a title with Brunson as their best player?
I feel like I'm the guy who's selling hope in today's show. I'm giving the Pacers a chance to make it interesting, and I'm giving the Knicks a chance, as remote as it might be, a chance of winning a championship with Jalen Brunson as their best player. And I'm going to mention one of the teams that we mentioned earlier, which is the 2004 Detroit Pistons, as one of the reasons why I feel that way. The 2022 Golden State Warriors is another team that I would point to. It doesn't happen often. It is a rare occasion when you have a point guard and you build around a point guard who is your best player and you win championships. It simply does not happen a whole lot. But if you have the right group around them, you can get it done. You need all-star, Hall of Fame level players surrounding them. But ultimately, Chauncey Billups, slightly bigger version, slightly better defense, not quite as offensively gifted as Jalen Brunson. They ultimately got it done. They had Ben Wallace, future Hall of Famer, Rasheed Wallace, who, pound for pound, maybe the most talented player on that team. Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, like they had a squad, a starting five. Same thing with the Golden State Warriors in terms of what they got out of Andrew Wiggins. And you got Draymond Green, and Jordan Poole was still a player in the league at that time. You had the vehicle that allowed Steph Curry to go win another one. So I do think it's possible, but you need to have the right talent and you need to have a lot of talent, because I just don't know that Jalen Brunson is going to get appreciably better than what he is right now. But I think he has the ingredients. I think he has the leadership qualities and the fearlessness with the game on the line to be that guy. You just need to put the right pieces around it.
You bring up a good one with Chauncey Billups, but I would say Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas, the two undersized guards that led their teams to championships. I heard Colin Cowherd mention this before. I found it fascinating. You do not win chips with undersized guards. And then I have to ask myself, like, why don't you win chips with undersized guards? Like, I don't just want to hear the what. I want to figure out the why. Number one, it becomes far too difficult for them to get buckets. Like, it was so much easier for Cat to score than Brunson to score. Cat, if you lagged off of him 5 feet, he's shooting a tray ball. If he's hot, it's going to be a long night for you. If you tried to press upon him like Pascal Siakam did or Miles Turner did, every time he was going left, he was going to the cup. The question was simply, is it going to be an and one or not? But it was so much easier for Cat to score than for Brunson to score. Brunson got a lot more points, but boy, he had to work for him.
Right.
Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas, the undersized guards that win championships. I just believe for an undersized guard like Brunson, number one, can you be healthy for a sustained period of time? It's just hard with the wear and tear on your body when you're smaller. Then number two, the ease in which a bigger player can score. Even when I think about Chauncey Billups, it was Hamilton running off every single screen known to man all across the country to end up getting his buckets. And I think he actually finished that final series with more points per game, though by a slight margin, than Chauncey Billups. I don't think Brunson can do it because it doesn't get done. Unless Steph Curry, one of the greatest of all time, and Isaiah Thomas, to James's point, that's a different caliber of squad, the Bad Boys Pistons. I just don't see a world where Brunson, an undersized guard, is winning championships in an era of Shea Gilgeous's, Giannis's, Joker's, Ant-Man's, Luka Doncic's. I just don't see how Brunson is going to be able to do it.
I mean, I'm going to give him a little hope, too, and give him a little benefit of the doubt, because I think Brunson is like that as a player, but he needs more. Like, when we talk about Isaiah Thomas, he did have really good teams, and he had another guard in Joe Dumars that could go get a bucket, too. You talk about Steph Curry. Steph Curry, we all know, phenomenal first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the greatest to ever do it, but he did have Klay Thompson, too, another guard. To be honest with you, when you watch the playoffs, even though Brunson still was phenomenal, averaging 29 points, they made it extremely hard on him. They were able to get the ball out of his hands, double team in full court. If you have another guard that can help you and take people off the dribble and get you easy buckets, and you could go through them as well, that can help you. And not only that, if you're not going to have that, at least have some legit three-point shooters. he don't have legit three-point shooters on the squad, so we can double. And then when he kicks it to those guys, those dudes ain't knocking the three ball down. Josh Hart is not knocking the three ball down like that. So he needs another guy that can score the basketball at a high clip if they are going to have a chance, especially with him being a smaller guard, of winning the finals.
I get a little ace in the hole right there. Okay.
Joe Dumars.
Okay, James. I'm going to say yes. The brother got game. Now, it's happening that he went against a real hurricane type of defense.
That's another one,
too. Hurricane type of defense. Yeah, I'm on my Denzel the whole day. No, but I mean, he averaged 31 points a game, right? And he played well. I do think that, now I won't go to winning the championship just because it's hard to do. People, I hate when people throw that word around. He can't win a championship. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know if it's a little guard thing. There's a lot of tall guards that score a lot of points that's in the Hall of Fame that didn't score championships. You know what I'm saying? So I don't play that championship game. I remember when I first got on TV, I remember being on set with Acho, and I'm like, yo, y'all keep talking about championships like it's just everybody's doing that. So select few guys win the championships. But what I will say is have the chance to, as in get to the finals. And I think he can get to the finals. I think you have to have the right team for him. I look back to Allen Iverson. He's my favorite player of all time. And, you know, the way his style was, people say he can't win a championship. He's just a scorer, the way he plays. But a coach like Larry Brown came there, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to design a team for you.
Yep.
Where now you don't have to be this great defensive player, because he played defense well enough. He's not like locked down, but you're not going to just pick on him. But they would kind of hide him a little bit. And now we have this whole team where now I could move you from the 1 to the 2. Right? And we can have guys like Aaron McKee, guys like Eric Snow to play the defense, play the other guards. And then the big men, right? When you added Mutombo, that force down low, now we have defensive presence. Now we're going to chase everybody to the paint. And that's how you created a team at a smaller guard to have a chance to compete at a championship. Now, we say the small guards can't win championships, but if he don't play the Shaq and Kobe, he might got a one. You get what I'm saying? And there's a lot of other guys I could talk about that with. I say with Brunson, he has a unique skill set to get to the free throw line and to score points, right? We talk about only offensive scoring, but he did lead the team and also in assists. And I think if you have a team where we could make that strategy the same way Larry Brown did for the Sixers with Allen Iverson, I think we can see Brunson, because Brunson is a all-NBA type player. Last 2 years he's been that.
I wish I had meant to make a full screen out of this, because my first thought was, well, you're asking Jalen Brunson to be Steph Curry. He can't be Steph Curry, right? Oh, yes, he can. Because if you look at his numbers during the regular season and the playoffs this year, compared to Steph in 2022, they're almost identical, and in some cases, Brunson's numbers are better. So in terms of pure production, Brunson's right there. And it's a matter of, can you put the right pieces around to protect him and allow him to do that? Because, look, we can say they made it difficult on him. Yeah, they made it difficult on him. He still got it done.
But here's the difference, though. At what cost? Because, like, you can get something done, but I suggest, like, at what cost? Is it at the cost of your defensive energy? Is it the cost of not being able to do it over the course of 7 games? Is it at the cost of getting in foul trouble? I believe it was game 3 in which the Knicks won. So now, because you're getting it done offensively, you're fatigued intellectually, defensively, so now you're getting dumb fouls. My thought is, at what cost? Because, yes, the numbers may have been the same, but for Steph Curry, you could suggest not that it comes easier, because Steph runs, I think, like 2.8 miles per game or something, but it's for Brunson, bodies on him, turn around, pump. For Steph, wide open 3 because he's running around 3 screens, bucket. For Steph, he can cook you with, because his handle is like the ball's on a string like a yo-yo, bucket. I just don't know, even to Shady's point, if it wasn't Shaq and Kobe, it would have been Tim Duncan.
You don't think it's the same? Because like running around and then scoring, because and this might not be popular because I'm a Steph Curry fan, but I would say one-on-one, I think Brunson scores better than Steph one-on-one. Just straight get the ball, one-on-one. I think, would you agree with that? I think he does. I think Steph's a better player,
no
obviously.
Screens, no picks,
Steph's my favorite, so I'm just being honest. But what I'm saying is, when you got the right team and structure, now Steph can be Steph, right? So let's break the Warriors down at their best, even before the Kevin Durant, right? Every ball on there from 1 to 5 other than Steph can really play defense. We're going to let Clay, and this is when Clay was rolling. He shot the ball extremely well, and he played defense, so now the spacing on the floor is phenomenal, okay? I look at Draymond Green. Back then, Draymond should shoot treys, right? And he can facilitate well enough to get guys involved, playmaking ability, and I play defense, and we're running. You get what I'm saying? I look at him when they brought Iggy over. Another one, playmaker, right? Can shoot the ball well enough, play defense. And as you go down, right, I'm like, yo, everything for Steph Curry fits him. Yeah. So now Steph can be Steph. I don't have to play great defense all the time, right? And I can shoot the ball whenever I want. And there's so much spacing where on the floor I can do what I want when I'm a smaller guard.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is when you look at the smaller guards that have played well with the Steph Currys and the Allen Iversons, the team has to fit them. And when I watch the Knicks, it's like the Timberwolves and the Knicks traded both of their weaknesses. And they became both teams' problem. Randall became Timberwolves' problem. Cat, to a degree, became the Knicks' problem. Because now when we playing defense, yeah, we talking about scoring and all that stuff, cool. But what about when we're coming back, we go from a 12-0 run, and now we're down like 1, and then the next 4 drives or series, Cat, they score because of you. Because you've been lazy on the rotations on defense. You've been lazy on the pick and roll game. You get what I'm saying? With the worst, you don't see that. You see maximum effort from a championship team. So now I'm a Steph Curry, I could kind of do my thing. The same thing with Allen Iverson. You watch the way they play defense, oh my God. Now, Iverson can be himself. So I do think that Brunson, if he has the right team around him, because scoring is what he's going to do. Yeah. In this league, you need some scoring. And he gives you that.
But it's how you score, too, though. Like, if you watch Brunson's buckets, and I agree, Brunson one-on-one is like that. But it was so hard. He spent a lot of energy one-on-one trying to get them buckets. They was picking him up from full court. At least Steph Curry has times in the game to where these shots is wide open because of the other people around him. Brunson doesn't have that luxury, so that's why I'm saying if you can get him another guard on there, I ain't saying you're going to go out there and get a Klay Thompson, but if you can get him another guard that can score and shoot it, that is going to help Brunson. Yeah. I mean, my man did you see, he didn't even want to get the ball up at the end of the game. He just giving up stupid turnovers because he just dribbling the air out of the basketball. But there's nobody else on this basketball team that was aggressive that can just go out there and get a bucket on their own. So for him to have some success, because I don't care about the regular season. In the playoffs, you're going to get treated different. And in the playoffs, they're going to try to take the best player out of the game. And that's what they did with Brunson trying to get the ball out of his hands. He needs another guard.
Yeah, having guys who can space the floor can change everything for that guy in one-on-one situations. If you have guys that you have to respect and stay home on at three-point range, that's going to open things up. And the other part is the coaching. Like, you need somebody who can utilize all of the pieces.
Space, too.
And Tom Thibodeau got killed in this series overall. You need somebody who can make the most out of all the pieces that you have. You see what Steve Kerr did with Andrew Wiggins wasn't a player prior, wasn't a championship caliber player.
Turned into that
Jordan Poole, we've seen him since then. Like, the ability to put all those pieces together, and this is maybe the most important part that Jalen Brunson has, that Steph Curry has. His players believe in him. His teammates believe in him. And you know that from playing with Aaron Rodgers. You know it from playing with Mahomes. Like, when you have that guy that you go, you know what, if we do our jobs, he can get us the rest of the way. They just don't have the guys that are capable of doing those jobs.
Incredibly well said. What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.